Oh, you just caught us having a drink with Grant here, yeah.
G-Dog. Oh, what's that? Just heard your phone buzz in your back pocket. Oh, it's from Darren. What's he saying?
Oh, he's saying, do Hamish and Andy race reindeer across Finland on the show tonight?
We do, so you text that back to Darren.
Text him. Hey, Dad.
We do heaps more. This British guy will tell you.
What's up?
Tonight on Hamish and Andy's Euro Gap Year.
Oh, Jesus! Yes!
The boys head up north to Lapland to race reindeers.
Are you ready? I've never been less ready in my life.
Yeah, you heard me. Reindeers.
Ando, you're on. This is payday.
They get snap happy in London with some paparazzi bloke.
Is there a chance that this is just David Beckham dressed as a bin man?
You sneaky buggers. And the biggest Hamish versus Andy ever.
Is it that way to France?
A 24-hour hitchhike race across Europe.
I'm fresh meat! Pull over and get me!
Look at you lot, here we go again.
And welcome back to the pub for our Euro Gap Year.
I'll have one later.
We want to kick off our adventures this evening by taking you to the top of Finland.
Or the tip of the fin, as they don't call it.
No.
But I do. And I'm hoping it catches on. So everyone pass it round.
More specifically, we wanted to investigate a sport called reindeer racing.
Yeah, as Aussies, we only know 3 scientific facts about reindeer. We know they're friendly, apart from the incident with, Rudolph and the old, his difference. But that was an isolated incident.
Yeah.
They're friendly animals.
Number 2, we know they can fly.
Yes, we do.
But are they allowed to fly in reindeer racing?
I don't know. We haven't been there yet. Number 3, reindeer is actually short for frozen reindeer or snow deer. That's a great fact. Write it down in your notebook, kids. If you're working along with the Hamish and Andy Euro Gap Year notebook.
I'm not sure about the last, but we did want to investigate reindeer as well as finding out whether this sport actually exists, reindeer racing. So we did go to an area called Lapland. It's at the top of Finland where the Finnish land finishes.
Oh, the tip of the fin.
No.
Yeah.
Lapland.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Lapland, the club in King's Cross. Interesting place.
No, the Lapland we visited is the area that covers the very top of Scandinavia. It is home to the Sami people, and they are best known for herding...
Polar bears! There's one.
No, that's a reindeer. In Lapland, 51 days of the year, the sun doesn't even rise.
And here's a shot of that. Stunning.
We were off to find Ari, king of reindeer racing, right after we stopped off for some warmer clothes.
What's that? It's my traditional bear hat.
I don't think bear hats are traditional.
Can't really explain it, Ando, but my bear instincts are going crazy. Feel like we're close.
Yeah, I think it's just because the house is there and this is the drive.
Score 1 for bear instincts. We were on Ari's farm with his dogs, his cured meats, his reindeer, and his little kids, who are already way tougher than we are.
Hey, how's it going?
Andy.
And Hamish, how are you?
Oh, Wolverine man.
Yes, Wolverine man, Hugh Jackman, thank you.
It's really nice.
It's like a bear. It's more like a sort of a bear.
It looks to me Wolverine.
It's a bear, Ari. Carry on.
So whereabouts are we in all of Finland?
We are in the north part of Finland, because on the other side here is already Norway.
That's Norway over there.
Yeah. When you cross the river, you're in Norway.
Oh.
It is rugged landscape up here, and Ari was very worried about Haim's safety.
I wouldn't go to the woods with that hat.
I would.
Why's that?
Bear spirits.
Because we are in Lapland.
What would happen to me if someone saw me in the woods with the bear hat on?
Shall we try?
Okay, so Ari might not love my hat, but he does love reindeer racing. And as you can see, he's the champ.
And I have one from Lillehammer Olympic Games also.
From the Olympic Games?
Yes.
Was reindeer racing an Olympic
The reindeer
sport?
race, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, yeah.
It wasn't.
But the sport is serious, as competitors on skis basically strap themselves to the back of a reindeer for some kind of weird drag race. They hit speeds of 60 k's an hour, and we were thinking we'd like to give it a go.
Well, how quickly could we learn how to reindeer race? Is it safe for us to do it?
Another vote of confidence?
These are competition reindeer, and they are a little bit wild.
Ari, are they happy or angry animals?
Mostly they are happy.
Shit. Andy. I'm not getting strapped to the back of that. I would rather be tied to a nuclear
Ari,
bomb.
we're going to train. We're going to train.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, Ari, you live with these things. We just needed to know the basics.
It's smooth when you live like this way, but it's harder than that one. Much harder.
Okay. That hurt even a little bit when you just did that.
Of course.
What, do you think we're out here for a party?
You know what? Life is pain.
Oh, the brand new bumper sticker from Ari.
And it was about to get way more painful by the looks of things.
Almost like the reindeer is leaving. So
Okay.
you have to hold really tight.
So you're going to be as fast as the reindeer?
One at a time or together?
It's funnier when there's two like...
We were beginning to wonder whether Ari was the most responsible teacher.
Now I believe you don't know how to stop.
I don't think we've ever seen two guys at him already.
Yeah.
So it was to be Andy versus me, attached to an angry reindeer in a 500-metre time trial race, and Ari had an idea for the loser.
I have a lake here, quite near. If I open a hole, I take a motor saw, I make a hole there, loser goes inside there. Jumps into the cold water.
Have you been in the water when...
Do you think I'm crazy?
No.
He doesn't lose. He doesn't lose races.
I don't know. Is it pull?
Well, since one of us is going to have a very tiny member, maybe we shake on it. It's a deal.
Good deal, huh? Yeah.
Are you more scared of getting trampled by a reindeer or having an ice bath?
They're both right down the list of things that I want to do today.
Yeah. At the time it arrived, race preparations were well underway, and the ultimate ice bath would await the loser. Haim was up first.
He doesn't want to go in, and he's going to be angry at the first thing attached to him when he comes out.
Lucky number 2.
Oh, God. Hey, so we've had a lot of laughs, haven't we? No, we haven't had any. Let's start having them now by not killing each other.
Are you ready?
I've never been less ready in my life.
It's up. But I'm not ready to die! No! Slow down! Dash up! Press up!
I can't see anything!
Oh, stop! That'll do! And that'll do! Whoa, boy!
Somehow, against all the odds, Haim had managed to stay upright.
I actually tried to let go at the start.
At the end?
No, at the start. I was terrified.
What time did he get?
22.3.
22.3. I have no idea whether that's a good time.
Do you want it to go fast or do you want it to calm down? Because if I was you, I'd want it to calm down.
Yeah, I kind of want to calm down but run fast.
Yeah, the kid just said you're going to die.
Oh, it's got... Jesus! I'm away! Go, you good! Yes!
Slow down!
It's gonna be a win!
Why did that one go so fast?
Maybe he's lighter than you are.
Oh!
But it turns out maybe I'd got some help from old Ari.
You changed the reindeer.
So, what was the times? I'm dying to know if I won.
Yes, yours 22 seconds, .3.
Yeah. What was I again, Ari?
15.001.
Triumph for me. Haim was left to lick his wounds.
Sad.
And Ari had one last bit of Lapland wisdom.
I will translate that one. With losers. Never be pal with the losers.
Well, unfortunately for this loser bear, Lapland had another icy treat in store.
Thanks, Ari. You're a good guy. Stick around, everybody. Because straight after this, my cool friend here is about to get freezing. It's on Eurogap here. Catch you after the break. Eurogap here. Before the break, when we left you, we were here. Yeah.
That's Finland.
And Hamish had just lost a race strapped to the back of one of these.
Reindeer.
Yeah. Which meant he had to end up in one of these.
That is ice and water. That's a bad bit. Probably the part of Hamish least looking forward to this was the small country of Greenland.
On the Arctic plains of Lapland, glory had just been mine on the Reindeer Racetrack, while Hame was about to taste icy defeat in a frozen lake.
Ari, meanwhile, readied his arsenal of horror film props, and we headed out to the ice.
In mobster films, you normally get the guy to dig his own, grave before he goes in.
I probably need to heat up, actually.
Ahead of my ice bath, it's fair to say I was looking for a lot of excuses to get out of it.
I don't know, I reckon I should clear the whole lake so we could pick which spot, and if we run out of time, we run out of time.
No, we have a long night.
Yeah, long nights.
Cold, never freeze. It's so cold water.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
It seems cold.
Yeah, cold enough to warrant using a chainsaw to get through it.
We're not doing. Is that safe, Harry?
Now, tricky question. Should I stand here or there?
I think you stand to that side. It continued and took a long time.
Kids were probably beginning to lose interest.
But we finally struck water.
Yippee, this is great. This is really good.
You got anyone else hot? Because I am boiling.
Right. Yeah. Now, the thing about frozen lakes is the water is really cold. And I should point out, at about 3 degrees, the body begins to shut down within moments.
You know what? If he has a problem, if really something happens to you, we can see your eyes.
You have to see my eyes?
You might be having a problem. First, your blood circulation will not work because your head will get cold first. If you go inside the water, don't go with speed. Slowly into the water until this and then slowly up.
Okay, good. So we've all established this is not a laughing matter.
Yeah, but it was still really funny.
We have to be like this.
Yeah, is this the best spot to watch from,
Yes,
you think?
yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice spot, isn't it?
See you later, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Pack your bags and head on up to the shoulder blades.
What are you doing pants on?
Good luck.
Your children are around.
They have seen much bigger stuff.
And then eventually, I could put it off no longer.
Champion.
Come on.
Kick. Go. Go.
Go.
Go.
It's Rick my genitals. But you made the best Rick ever.
Yeah, go. Let him.
Oh, he's coming up. Like a seal.
Stand on that.
Was it warm?
Oh, bloody hell, I dropped my keys in there.
Son's putting his mittens on your feet.
Just a cool, brand new type of Finnish massage. Thanks, mate.
And even though Ari was still trying to break my neck till the very end, there's no doubt that ice-cold Lapland had warmed our hearts.
As soon as we knew that we could lease this pub, we got pretty excited because naturally we wanted to brew our own beer. And downstairs we set up a few barrels of brewing.
Ando, what's the most important thing when you're making a home brew? It's the name. As soon as we got the beer underway, we got to work trying to think of a catchy, snappy, cool homebrew name. Pretty sure we came up with one. Gap beer. Yeah, cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the kind of excitement we had as well. But just mute your clapping for a little bit because with that excitement and because the series had begun, we went downstairs and we cracked the barrels open probably fractionally early, hoping that it wouldn't affect the quality of the beer.
It did, yeah. Because of the freezing cold London summer, fermentation hadn't even begun to take place. And on top of that, the beer has an infection, which we didn't even know could actually happen to beer. So, unfortunately, what we are left with is a flat, non-alcoholic, possibly poisonous, sort of malty soup.
Still, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two things you do with a beer, Ham.
Yeah, look, you can't drink it, okay. But when you have a beer, you cheers the beer, then you drink the beer. Obviously, we can't do the second one of those.
No.
We can't drink the beer. Legally, under any circumstances, it is poisonous.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean we can't cheers the beer. So we got to thinking, hey, Gap Beer, it's our beer. It's exclusively available here in the pub.
Yeah.
Maybe we've accidentally created the world's #1 beer just for cheersing, not drinking.
Your nights out are complete as Hamish and Andy have developed a beer exclusively for cheersing. Feast your eyes, hands, but not your mouth on Gap Beer. Whether you're watching the big game with your friends, celebrating the birth of a friend's child, admiring a friend's haircut, or just winding down on a Thursday, Gap Beer is perfect.
Cheers.
Gap Beer's zero alcohol content and terrible taste make it the ultimate beer for cheersing. Everyone agrees.
Cheers, guys.
Gap Beer, the world's #1 beer for cheersing.
Non-alcoholic and absolutely not for human consumption under any circumstances.
All right then, coming up later and all that.
Yes! Yes!
Hamish goes up against Andy in a massive hitchhike race across Europe.
Okay, Steven Spielberg, let's go.
You'll see him run round London chasing celebrities with a paparazzi.
We're rich, mate.
And then something special from the Swedes. That's disgusting.
Welcome back. Obviously, use the coaster. Welcome back to our Euro Gap Year. Cheers.
Cheers. Feels good.
It is nice to be in the lounge area of the pub to talk to you about our London adventures this week.
Yeah, it's a little bit more intimate, isn't it, Anna? Because I suppose we're talking about personal, intimate stuff. Now, we've all seen the pictures of Andy and Pippa Middleton. Hot new couple. There's Andy ignoring her, trying to get an Angry Birds score. There's, oh no, have we been going to get massages again? Yes, you have. Oh no, Pippa, what are you doing in my arse? God, yeah. I can't believe my ice, says Duchess on hot nude shot. You know, we all saw the mags, but as ultimate
Obviously
royal wingman, I am...
Obviously they're fake, but
You've got me. They are fakes. But if our goal of the London trip, which is to marry Andy to Pippa Middleton, ever happens and is ever to come to fruition, we, watching and here in the pub as his friends, need to protect him from the London paparazzi. They're vicious, they're everywhere. How do we protect him? Know thy enemy, infiltrate the paparazzi, become one for a day. Okay. That's what we did this week to prepare Andy for his royal wedding.
I don't think that was the reason we went and were paps for a day.
It's absolutely the reason. I keep these plans from Andy quite often. Enjoy.
The paparazzi help us get the vital info we need, like when Jennifer Aniston carries a bag in front of her stomach.
Pregnant.
Probably. They seem to know who everyone is, but do we know who they are? Is this one? Is this one? Is this one?
Yes, that's Jack, a paparazzi we met that allowed us into his weird world.
How do you feel, Jack? You know, there might be a girl there and she's got her top off and you're like, now I'm going to show this or give this photo to millions of eyes.
Right.
Does that ever run through your head to go...
What do you think? Just keep it for yourself?
Well, or not take it. But does it ever cross your mind to go, this is a bit
How do we get past that ethical barrier if we're going to do
You just got to do it. It's a bit invasive, but you learn to live with that. They are, a lot of the time, up for it anyway, because they're either publicising a book or something like that, and, you know, they don't mind. Well, they shouldn't.
Oh yeah, we forgot that they were up for it. But what kind of money do you get for jumping the ethical barrier?
The most expensive selling picture I ever took was just over there.
Really? Who was it?
It was well, you'd think it'd be Robert De Niro or something. It wasn't. It was a presenter called Fern Britton.
What did you get for that one?
Well, it was about 29,000 in the end. I went back and did it. Yeah.
£29,000, that's almost £31,000. But what about the photos you can't get rid of?
Oh, funny enough, and it was Australian actor, the Mentalist.
Oh, Simon Baker.
Simon Baker, and I thought, whoa, this is going to sell. I couldn't get rid of him.
No, what a Baker.
No,
We'll give you. Have you still got them for sale?
Yeah.
10 quid.
Okay, done.
Exclusive photo of Simon Baker, all rights reserved to Hamish and Andy's Euro Gap Year 2012.
Pregnant? So with some Baker exclusive snaps in our pocket, we were issued with a camera, and it was off to ITV Studios to get snap happy.
Right, Anza, I'm on the gun. Okay. You are on the lens cap holding.
Terrific. Let's walk up to this bit and just have a little sniff there.
Is that Margaret Thatcher in the trench coat?
Oh, Maggie, darling, no.
Who's this? White top.
Ham was developing quite an eye for it.
Hopefully that was Harrison Ford on a motorbike.
And then we found one of our own.
Who'd you get?
Russell Tovey. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we've got Russell Tovey.
That's a pretty good Tovey, actually. But papping isn't all high-octane crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, it's actually quite boring.
Is there a chance that this is just David Beckham dressed as a bin man?
No chance
to avoid
whatsoever.
us.
Yeah, no chance.
I don't know, though.
And then I had a game-changing idea.
Excuse me, sir, would you like to be in our new non-celebrity magazine? It's just about actual people. Well done. You made the cover.
God, look at him, the guy's stoked. As for my lens cap holder, though, not so much.
Hey, Jack, have you got any other places we can go?
Yeah, we're going to have a look at... I think we should go to the BBC.
Yeah.
And have a look there. It's guaranteed we'll get something there.
Upon arrival, against my better instincts, it was time for a change of photographer.
I've got a ton of great stuff. Don't let our team down.
Ah, the old celeb waiting game.
Oh, who are you after?
Diaz.
Who?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. Oh, right, okay.
Cameron Diaz is in there.
No, you've got to keep it quiet.
Whoa, Diaz was in the area.
Diaz!
So to make sure we got a pic of her, Ham had planned to distract her with a dance while I snapped away.
You worm, I snap.
I have to find a ledge for this. Can't do everything at once.
Yeah, right. Maybe get someone else to worm.
No, you better get me.
But the wait continued, hour after exhilarating hour.
Who's this? Jamiroquai.
Ronan Keating?
Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai! That's not him.
Just when we thought the well was truly dry, everyone started running for this person. It's not Cameron Diaz, it's Fern Cotton, UK DJ and TV presenter.
I think she's... I don't know, is she the one in the blue? No, she's the one in the pink. She's got to be the one in the pink. Anna, you're on. This is payday. It's payday.
Am I doing what I'm doing?
It's payday.
I don't feel great about it.
Andy, stop it. Calm down. Just remember Sensei Jack's words of paparazzi wisdom.
It's a bit invasive, but you just got to do it. Do it.
Haim and Jack were right. I had to do it.
And I had my job. Distraction dancing.
I'll do the dance, Andy.
Dance, worm, Ham, worm.
Sure, Fern was just walking down the street minding her own business.
But it was important for us to distract and photograph her because the public totes has a right to know about her bag, dress and hair combo.
I think we got it. I think we got it.
Oh, God. We're rich, mate. I knew you'd overcome your problem.
Thank you. Well, it was a success, it would seem, because check out the Daily Mail the very next day here in London. That's a real front page. Yeah. Hang on. Raising up the body strength. Wait. Before you clap, have a look at who's accredited to the photo, everybody. Bloody Jack, not Andy. Not me.
We was wrong.
You ripped us off, Jack.
You crossed the wrong guys.
Jack the Ripper, Offerer. You menace.
God, I thought we could trust you. You're paparazzi. You're the most trustworthy guy in the world.
We'll get this anger out during the break. More Gap Year after this.
Every year in Pamplona, Spain, a century-old tradition takes place. People from all over the world test their bravery in the running of the bulls. The only thing you need to know is don't stop running. also, it does not happen until next month.
Welcome back to our Euro gap year. It's now time for Hamish versus Andy.
I wasn't scared, I was acting. Oh, well, I don't want to have a go at last week, but this week's Hamish versus Andy is easily the most epic one we've done all series.
Yeah.
It's hitchhike racing.
The rules of hitchhike racing are simple. You just pick a spot in the middle of Europe and over 24 hours try and get as far away from that spot as you can, only by hitchhiking. You cannot pay for a lift.
So I just almost turned into doing sign language there. The only other rule, and this is an important rule, is you are not allowed at all to be killed or kidnapped for the entire race.
Absolutely. Oh, there was one other rule.
Yep.
During the race, we were allowed to send something to the other person to hinder them from getting a lift. We started just outside of Frankfurt in Germany because...
It's sort of roughly in the middle of Europe.
It's just, yeah.
That's sort of where we picked.
Yeah.
From somewhere in Europe, this is the ultimate challenge of endurance, speed and charm. It's 24 hours of highs, lows and complete unpredictability. It is, of course, hitchhike racing. With the rules for this epic battle, here's Ryan Shelton.
In hitchhike racing, competitors have 24 hours to hitchhike as far as they can through Europe. No payments can be made and competitors must be invited into the vehicle. The competitor who's hitchhiked the furthest after 24 hours wins the race.
Dankeschön, Ryan. We're nearly at our starting time of 12 noon, but earlier Andy Lee won the toss and elected to head to the left of your screen. This hitchhiking journey will begin today just outside of Frankfurt, Germany. And we're very close now. 3, 2, 1... Thumbs out, and we are hitchhike racing. And Andy Lee almost immediately wiped out. That would have been a very quick victory for Blake. Oh, don't tell me. 30 seconds in,
Yes!
and Blake lands away. This is unbelievable stuff early on.
See you, mate.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name again? Uwe. Uwe? Yeah. I'm Hamish. You wouldn't be going to London by any chance, would you?
London? Very optimistic from Blake. We cross to Ryan with Hamish now. Ryan, he's doing well already. What a start.
Yes, he certainly is. What a start!
Yeah, that's what I said. And while Lee still remains liftless at the starting line, Blake is heading west and working on some conversation.
Mese Gung für Kinder. Oh, that's shit German. That's shit German.
Well, that certainly isn't his strong point. 45 minutes in now, and Lee is growing increasingly desperate.
She's a quiet one.
That's an understatement. Meanwhile, Blake's first ride is coming to an end.
Danke, Uwe. Danke, danke. All away. Thank you.
As Uwe arrives at work, Ryan is with him now.
Excuse me, sir. Really good driving. Thank you very much. How was that? Good. It was good. Back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. Lee, on the other hand, is in real trouble. Still on the starting line after 90 minutes. He really needs something special, and he may have it.
Yes, a convertible,
in the form of a convertible.
Yes. In style.
Yes, Lee is finally on his way.
Okay, Steven Spielberg, let's go.
A massive relief for Lee, but we'll come back to him in a moment because Blake seems to be on a mission.
Are you heading west? Are you heading anywhere west? Who's going west around here? We don't know.
From what I can tell, it sounds like he's hoping to head west.
West? Yes. Can I come in? Yes. You said yes, but your truck's moving.
While we were with Blake, Lee's first and only ride came to an end, which means the waiting game begins again.
This bit's definitely not as fun as the sitting in a car bit.
Well, Lee really falling behind now. As you can see here, already 30 kilometres or so behind Blake. Oh, it's about to get worse for Lee, as Blake has caught the attention of a maroon BMW on its way to...
Mannheim.
Mannheim! Yet another great break for Blake.
Hi, I'm Hamish.
Günther.
Günther. Yeah, that's great. And...
Like 3 peas in a maroon pod. But is Lee about to join a maroon pod of his own? It's hard to tell if he's in or not. No, I don't think he is. They're driving away without him. I'm not sure what happened there. Hopefully Ryan can shed some light on that. Ryan, are you nearby?
No. No.
Right, okay. Blake, meanwhile, seems to be getting dropped off.
Kiss it for good luck.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, then you got it always.
Kiss it, Dancer. Kiss it.
Kiss it.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's Blake's signature thumb kiss. But over in the Lee camp, he's broken his 3-hour drought and has finally been picked up.
What's your name?
Andrew's my name.
Andrew.
Yes, nice to see you.
Oh, they have the same name. Isn't that adorable? Meanwhile, in Mannheim, Blake is trying an old hitchhiking favourite, the truck stop.
Sorry, everyone, if I just have your attention, please. I don't know if you speak English or not, but Autobahn 6. Is anyone going on Autobahn 6?
Yes, Blake is looking to extend his lead by translating Autobahn 6 into German.
I'm just a man asking the world for Autobahn 6.
Let's leave Blake there for now because there are interesting developments in Lee's vehicle over the past 15 or 20 minutes. It seems our other Andrew is a face puller, as you can see in the replays. Of course, a lot of backlash toward the face pulling from many people. I, however, think it's great for the sport. Both competitors experiencing dry spells, and Blake is calling for his hinder. Here's the official now with Hamish's surprise hinder.
Not now. Any time but now.
Well, this is a world-class hinder. And oh no! A police vehicle has just pulled up to Lee. Ryan, can you tell us what's going on?
No, I'm with Hamish.
What's going on?
No.
Back to you.
Apologies again for that. This is a real roadblock for Lee, and Blake is obviously delighted with the unexpected bonus.
Lock him up, boys.
Lee escapes with a warning. Blake, meanwhile, is working hard.
I'm fresh meat. Pull over and get me. Do you know what? Thank you so much.
Well, this man stopped for petrol, and now he's driving away with almost 100 kilograms of fresh meat.
I'm so close to the border.
We leave Blake buoyant and poised to cross the French border. Lee, on the other hand, still only with those 2 short trips. Stick around, race fans, because this is shaping up to be one of the greatest hitchhike racing conclusions I've ever seen. Ever.
Oh, what about tantalising start. Stick around, everybody. The hitchhike race continues. Who will be victorious? Probably one of us.
I hope so.
Welcome back to Eurogap here, where we left you. We're in the middle of a 24-hour hitchhike race across Europe.
So much still to go. I think when we left, Andy had just dodged being arrested. I was currently in the lead. But I think there is about 16 hours left in the race, and Ando and I both have our eyes firmly on the prize, the Lord Stanley Cup, which we play for each week. Look at that, not shining in you. It's just, we can't get too ahead of ourselves. No. There's still so much more hitchhiking to come.
Welcome back to Hitchhike Racing, where Blake has an extraordinary lead and Lee is still struggling for a lift. Back live as Blake seals another trip with a trademark kiss. Lee needs a good Samaritan.
Hello.
And he may just have found one.
Button, that'd be great, thank you.
After 4 hours of waiting, he picks up the lift he so desperately needed. Blake, on the other hand, finding enough time for some skill testing.
Oh my God!
Well, hitchhike racing or not, 2 toys in one is a rare sight. What a treat from Blake. Earlier with Lee.
Oh, can I have a waffle? Oh, thank you.
Lee carving up, but an early drop-off places him in Worms as the luck continues for Blake. This time he's headed for Saarbrücken with some party girls.
You want me to dance at the party? Well, I'm supposed to be racing, but you guys have been so nice to me.
Moments ago, Lee was in Burger King deciding between the... Oh, hang on. No, we go back live as Lee looks to have talked his way into an Audi. This could be a game changer, folks. How will Blake respond in Saarbrücken? Well, I'm not sure this is an appropriate use of his time or energy. Ryan, what's going on in there? Ryan? I will leave them there for now and rejoin Lee, who is almost literally flying.
Australia?
Yes, Australia.
Riveting stuff inside Lee's car. Back to Blake, who's exiting Blau nightclub, and it looks like he's decided to proceed on foot.
Hamish has decided to jog with his thumb out all the way to France. Hamish, how are you feeling?
Every kilometre counts. We're Forrest Gumping it, right?
It's almost midnight. What a hitchhiking moment. Back to you.
Well, I don't know whether this is inspired or insane, but there's nothing in the rulebook against it. And if we have a look now at our SCA, our speed comparison analyzer, yep, as I thought, driving in an Audi Quattro is faster than running. It's now after midnight, and after running for an hour, Blake has crossed into France, but he's lost a lot of ground to Lee. How's he feeling, Ryan?
Hitchhiking racing is at a high right now.
Just hitchhiking in your sneakers, that's all I'm saying.
All right, he doesn't quite know what he's talking about. Back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. It saddens me to say, but at 2 a.m. it looks like Lee's glory run has finally come to an end. A whopping 180-kilometre ride, leaving Blake 12 kilometres behind him in Forbach. What a race. Blake, as you can see, not in the best state for hitchhiking. But what's this? Lee has another ride. Oh, this is textbook hitchhiking.
What sort of people get up early? Bakers. To come to the bakery factory, where they keep their bakery truck.
Blake obviously struggling with mental fatigue. Back in the truck now with Lee. He's gaining kilometres and executing his signature move he brings out during moments of tiredness, sleeping. Meanwhile, in Forbach, still no movement from the bakery truck. As the sun rises, let's look at the split. Hamish is 243 kilometres, while Andy sits proudly at 353 kilometres. But I'm hearing more problems for Blake, however, as he returns from a wee stop. Ryan?
Yeah, it's another case of horrible timing for Hamish on this hitchhike race. The truck left about 5 minutes ago, heading in the direction that Hamish wanted to.
Heartbreaking for Blake, but Lee on foot now. And another blow for Blake as Lee calls in his hinder. What could it be?
Oh, take a high.
While there may not be a lot on for Lee, Blake has even less on now in a custom-made nude suit. That's what I call a hinder surprise. Lee quickly picks up his 6th ride after some extremely smart play. Ryan, would you agree? Ryan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you well, and we haven't seen smart hitchhike racing like this from Andy, have we?
Yes!
Oh no, we've got a live pickup. That was so close. So close. Hamish has got to be careful. Back to you.
He certainly does. Lee finishes up his 6th ride for the race and is worlds ahead now, with only 5 hours remaining. Blake needs to dig deep. This lorry could be the answer.
Are you going to Paris? Yes? Will you take me? Will you take me to Paris? Yes!
My word! A huge result for Blake. This could change everything. Lee trying to gain any ground he can, but it is laughable against the might of this lorry.
I got 3.5 hours left in this contest. I might just win it, Mike. We might win.
Blake is blazing towards Paris and has gained some 230 kilometres on Lee.
This looks like me. This is you. It's us! It's a sign!
Well, after 24 grueling hours on the road, who would have thought it would come to this? Blake is hammering, Lee is stagnant. This is quite the thriller as the countdown begins.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. We stop Blake there for some quick calculations. 487 kilometres for Blake. The count for Lee, 623. Lee has it. Ryan, of course, you're with the champion, right?
Annoyingly, I'm with the loser, Hamish. It's a really bad choice for me.
All right, mate, settle down.
But I understand that I have Andy on the line. Andy, how do you feel?
Normally it takes 3 or 4 weeks for the thumb to recover after this, but not tonight. There'll be too many champagnes, and yes, I can say champagne, not sparkling wine, because I'm in France.
What an amazing hitchhike race. Commiserations, of course, to you. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ryan. It truly has been an epic hitchhike race. We'll catch you next time. Good night.
Hold on, mate. Hold on. Of course, that win sees Andy retain the Lord Stanley Cup, which I will now present to him in an elaborate presentation ceremony helped by a hot babe. Oh, you're so great, Andy. Just put that down. Oh. And one for you. Oh, she got your headband. Oh, she's blindfolded. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Okay, thanks very much. Ceremony complete?
Yeah, ceremony complete.
More cap here after this.
Quick break, people, and then this.
I'm not eating that.
Yeah, you are. It's delicious. Smells yummy.
Oh, my word. I think he's in a bit of trouble there.
Before we leave tonight, I want to share with everyone a really special culinary experience that Andy had.
I don't think this needs to be shared, to be honest.
No, it does, definitely. It's terrific. We made a bit of a pact with each other to try and broaden our food horizons because, I don't know if you know or not, but in Great Britain, the food pyramid looks something like this. 99% roast dinners and some biscuits. And that's pretty much all there is. Now, don't get us wrong, we love those food groups, but sometimes you need to try something a little bit more. So I picked a very rare dish for Andy. It's essentially rotten fish, but it's a real dish, not in England, in Sweden. Okay, so Andy and I have a little bit of a tradition. We're allowed to prepare one special meal for the other person. And I have chosen the Swedish delicacy of surströmming.
Surströmming.
Surströmming?
Surströmming.
Surströmming. Rotten fish.
Rotten fish.
So what is the dish?
It's a small fish, and I think it's just rotten.
Do many people eat this?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a fall tradition. Is it surströmming outside in rain?
So you can't eat it inside?
No. Because it would smell for months.
It's that bad?
It's that bad.
Man, Andy's gonna love this. Anything else he should know?
It smells like shit.
Okay.
It's rotten fish.
Mwah. And that's the ad.
Meet Renee, the man who had agreed to provide the Swedish cultural dish called...
Surströmming.
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 Yeah.
Yes, it's good. Oh, super duper. So we went and got it from the restaurant and asked for their best table. They said no and sent us to the park.
Please, to your table.
First, it was time for the all-important preparation.
Use this.
Really?
I mean, you will ruin your gloves.
Wow. Okay. Oh my God, did you get that?
Oh, I can't believe this.
This is inhuman.
I'm not eating that.
Yeah, you are. It's delicious. Smells yummy. Oh my God.
I can't. I won't be able to do it, Ham.
Yeah, you can.
I can't do it.
You've got to do it for the Swedish people.
Mate, I
It's
can't
very
do it.
offensive if you don't do it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I wish I was eating it. You lucky duck. I got a real mouthful.
As did this Swede, 30 metres away.
Go get it. Go. Off you go.
Think of the revenge, and you eat it.
There won't be any revenge. I think this is...
Oh,
there'll be revenge.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There'll be revenge.
Eat that fish, Andy. One fish, two fish, poo fish, you fish.
Spew fish.
Oh. Good boy. Good boy. There are starving whales in Africa that would love to eat that. Yes, just like Free Willy. Chew, 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 chew. Eat that stinkfish. It's... Click! Andy, it's a traditional fish. It's traditional.
Did you like it?
Loved it, Renee.
In Australia, this is usually what we do after enjoying a meal. Good boy.
That's the fourth worst thing you've put in your mouth, isn't it? I'm not allowed to talk about the other three.
Cultural eating complete.
I'd actually prefer to drink a gap beer.
Don't be silly. He doesn't mean that, guys. Well done. Oh, what's this? I am about to hear. It's our last drinks horn.
That's all we've got time for. Cheers.
Here's cheers.
And thank you very much for being with us tonight. HamishNandy.com for anything you may have missed. We look forward to seeing you next week. Get out.
Next week, Hamish and Andy give gondoliering a red hot go in Venice.
How would you guys like to ride on the gondola?
There is no way you'd get me in that little boat.
Yes, mate. Good recovery.
All right then, I'll see you back here next week, shall I?
Guys, you've got nothing else to do. Come on, keep watching. Go, go, go.
We don't want to appear needy, but please subscribe.
Hey, Ando, you know who subscribed recently? That big Japanese YouTube star.
Oh.
That everyone likes.
Yeah, great.
So she's on.
Yeah.
You get on.
Subscribe.